She responded to Aurelia saying, and then they're complaining about stupid shit. Why are you complaining about Sims getting evicted or Sims dying from mold? At that point, find another game or don't play any games at all, because this shit is actually annoying. What is up, guys? This is your boy Superior Simmer. Today I have some more information regarding The Sims 4. If you guys like news, updates, and discussions, please hit the sub button. If you guys enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. I also do have an affiliate link with Instant Gaming to bring you guys cheaper Sims packs. If you guys are buying the For Rent expansion pack, you guys can get it on a discount at Instant Gaming. The link is in the description and it does support me. Without further ado, let's get into the content. There was a post from The Sims. They said there's going to be 5 new traits, 4 new aspirations that your Sim can be that will define if your Sim is a good or a bad property owner and tenant. So from the traits that we've seen, there's cringe. I think that's self-explanatory. There's generous, nosy, and then wise for the elders. And then there's child of the village. SimGuru Ash also posted saying, cannot wait for Simmers to see how multi-living homes work. As a builder, I can say all my homes are about to be multi-fam. Now, I'm not gonna lie, hearing all these new traits and aspirations coming to the pack is giving me hope that this will be a good pack. Horse Ranch, in my opinion, was a complete mess. So hopefully this next pack will end off on a good note for the year. And just to be clear, I am excited for this pack. It seems like it's going to target a lot of different play styles, and it seems heavily gameplay focused. It's no secret that The Sims 4 caters to builders, which is kind of insane just because I feel like back then building was secondary to the gameplay, but now times have changed and gameplay has taken a backseat to building. So hopefully with this pack, it is more heavy focused on gameplay, which I feel like we all need. Builders, I love you. Like, you know, without you guys, we wouldn't have good builds, but we need gameplay. Okay, the gameplay is lacking heavily with The Sims 4. It's better now, but it still can improve. Now moving on, Somatically posted on Twitter saying, the moment I found out the new pack will be about landlords, I just knew there will be a little controversy in our community. So this tweet could be referencing the tweet he made previously saying that there was going to be something that was going to cause a lot of discord, and long and behold, we did actually get a discord, which I heard crazy things about. Apparently the discord that The Sims have created is a little bit toxic, but I think that previous tweet was obviously talking about the For Rent pack. So all you guys who said it was about Discord, you guys are wrong. Take this L. I'm joking. He could be still talking about Discord, but I feel like the For Rent pack makes a lot more sense just because it is controversial right now, and for good reason, which we'll get to in a sec. Now, there were a bunch of responses to Somatically's tweet. We have one here by Garrett. He says, on the subreddit, it seems like the more controversial part is that it's just a city living refresh and that we're having to pay for it. So yeah, that was something that I said in my last video. If you haven't checked that out, please do. And then there was also responses to Garrett's tweet under Somatically. I hope it doesn't get confusing when I say that, of people basically disagreeing that it's not, or it's just laughable that people would think that this is a pack refresh. Again, we all have different opinions on this stuff. I personally feel like this should have been a pack refresh, and majority of you guys in the comment section were saying that it did feel like a city living refresh. And what makes it worse is that the fact that they did kind of confirm that refreshes aren't really a thing anymore. Like, they still kind of exist, but they're not going to be as in-depth as it was with Spa Day, which in my opinion makes no sense, because it's like, if it's not like Spa Day, then I don't want it. Okay, me personally, I don't want a refresh of a pack that isn't on the level of what Spa Day was. They did confirm that they don't have any planned refreshes, and I made a video talking about this, why they weren't going to do this, just because it's time consuming, it makes no money, and it's EA that we're talking about here. They're not going to go out their way to do free stuff like this, so it makes sense why they stopped doing it. Again, this is giving me Sims 2 Apartment Life. If you guys have not played Sims 2 Apartment Life, it is a really good pack. I'm not gonna lie though, I personally didn't like living in apartments. It felt a little bit lonely, which makes no sense because like you're living with Sims side by side in the same like apartment complex or whatever. But it felt weird playing in like apartments in The Sims 2. I like them in The Sims 3, and like The Sims 4 isn't too bad. But again, with The Sims 4, it's not as fleshed out as it is. It's definitely needing this new pack to make the apartments and city living work. But it's safe to say that a lot of people are excited for this pack. Now, moving on to the spice of this video, we have a comment by Aurelia. She says, okay, let me just say this. I get that the complaints have made the game better. I'm not saying don't complain at all, but when it's all you do, like, damn, who want to see complaints all damn day when you're excited about something and the team is finally giving us what we really been asking for? After this, there were a bunch of responses to what Aurelia said. We have a comment here by Tyra Fierce. She said the complaints that are actually constructive criticism is what made the game better. Complaints that have no value are unnecessary. Then another person by the name The Simmer Life commented saying those YouTubers that chronically complain look so ridiculous when they buy packs anyway. It also makes it obvious that they complain for views. Other people love to hear them rant and they get more clicks. That's why they complain about insignificant stuff. I don't even know if I said that right. God damn. Okay, shots are fired, bro. I feel like I just caught a stray. I'm not gonna lie, like that's crazy. Now, me personally, for a second, before I even respond to like what Raylia said with this response to her tweet specifically, so I'm not gonna lie, I partially do agree with her. It's no secret that, you know, talking bad about The Sims will get you clicks and views. Those type of videos will obviously gain traction. Now, don't get me wrong, if I'm being real with you guys, I do post very negative, controversial topics, and the titles are always like very extra and dramatic and negative. But if you watch my videos, you can tell that I'm not like this person who just, you know, pisses on everything and rages. Like, I'm actually, you know, getting my opinions across. And again, like Tyre First said earlier, it's all constructive criticism. I don't feel like I'm a negative channel. Maybe I am, I don't really know, but at least with me on this channel, I try to give constructive criticism. And I'm not trying to sound like Eliza Pancakes when I say this, but I feel like it does matter where you've come into the Sims franchise. I've noticed a lot of people who attack people for having constructive criticism are people who've only played the Sims 4. They haven't played the previous games, so they don't know what a good Sims game is, versus people who've played like the OG. Shout out to the OGs, because I know a lot of you OGs watch my channel. We have another one saying that they complain about things that they haven't seen in action. That's why I said what I said in the previous video. I said I don't know what gameplay is coming with this pack, so I don't want to say, oh, this is a $20 game pack, get this shit out of my face. Like, I don't want to say all that without actually seeing the gameplay. I'm sorry about that voice. I don't know why I did that voice, but yeah, like, I don't know too much about this pack yet. We need to see more gameplay. But yeah, a lot of these comments are kind of just agreeing with Raylia. Now, okay, no disrespect to Raylia herself, but I need to kind of say my piece with this comment. For one, she's a game changer, right? She doesn't pay for packs, bro. Like, these guys, for those who don't know what a game changer is basically, they're kind of like a partner with EA. And sometimes, most of the time, these guys get early access to packs before they drop, and they get them for free, so they don't pay for the packs. Now, just because she's a game changer doesn't mean she can't make valid points. Like, I'm not saying, oh, like, I'm disregarding everything you're saying, but at the same time, it's like, you don't pay for the packs, so you don't understand what it is for like a consumer like myself who has to go out and pay. I mean, I don't pay full price for these packs. I use instant gaming to like get these packs, because I'm definitely not paying full price. Do I look like Sunny the Clown? Like, bro, I'm not paying full price for these packs. They're not worth full price. So I feel like she doesn't understand to a certain degree what's it like paying for packs. And that doesn't mean what she's saying isn't wrong, because I understand that people will complain about everything, and it's like, you can't satisfy these type of people. And that's not to say that there aren't people out there who just complain to complain. There are people who hate The Sims 4 with a burning passion. Also, the word complaint, I don't understand why people view constructive criticism as complaints. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. I feel like if you don't agree with something, you're deemed as like this toxic person. I remember we were jokingly saying in one of those videos, like, the toxic positivity BS. I feel like that's what it is. Like, you can't tell me that it's not toxic to call someone toxic for having constructive criticism over a game. Because I feel like most times, at least with my channel, like this community, it's never been like, oh, The Sims 4 is trash and da 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 da. Like, we have reasons why they feel like the game is lacking in a certain area. So like, this whole like, oh, you're complaining, I feel like that in itself is toxic, because it's like, anything I say that isn't agreeable with everyone else is deemed as toxic. And it's like, what? Like, I don't understand how to, like, you know what I mean? I don't know if I sound confusing, but it just doesn't make any sense. Now, there was another response that I wanted to talk about, because I've been seeing this circulate in like the Sims Twitter space. There was a person by the name Jay. She responded to Raylia saying, and then they're complaining about stupid shit. Why are you complaining about Sims getting evicted or Sims dying from mold? At that point, find another game or don't play any games at all, because this shit is actually annoying. This has been a very controversial. I've seen a lot of people talk about the mold feature. If you guys don't know, there's going to be mold in the Sims 4 for Rent expansion pack. Basically, if there's mold in your house and it's not cleaned up, your sim will eventually get infected with the mold, and then they can die. Now, there was a comment on my YouTube channel, a shout out to Rex McQueen. They said, I like the For Rent pack, but the whole mold thing is kind of upsetting to me, because my sister had died last year on November 18th from mold. So hopefully I can disable that, but it was just kind of upsetting seeing that. But yeah, first off, my condolences to you and your family. I'm sorry that happened. But yeah, I agree. I hope that it is a setting that can be turned off. Just like anything in The Sims 4, I think having the option to turn it off is always good, because there are going to be certain things in the game that people don't like, whether that is something like mold that is triggering in a real life situation, or something like vampires that people don't like because they don't like occults in their game. Like, we should always have the option to turn off things so we can play our games the way we want to. So I kind of understand why people feel the way that they feel. But yeah, please send some love to Rex McQueen. But yeah, thank you for sharing. Looking at the comments that you guys left on the previous video, a lot of you guys were saying that it was indeed felt like a city living refresh. And again, I feel like just because people are pointing out that it's a city living refresh doesn't take away from the fact that myself included are excited for this pack. I'm not like overly hyped, but I'm definitely more hyped than I was for that horseshit pack, Horse Ranch. I'm sorry, I don't hate the pack. It's just the pricing of it is why I don't like Horse Ranch. Like, the gameplay is actually okay. Still don't understand why tournaments are rabbit holes and all that other stuff, but whatever. But it's just the pricing is why I just don't like that pack. Looking at some comments here, shout out to Townie Sim Builds. Guys, please go subscribe to him. He makes really good videos. He does like lore and then like building videos. They're really good. Please go subscribe to him. He says, I think it's clear EA is really stretching content thin between running out of ideas over a 10-year game and trying to upsell minimal features. This will be likely growing together in Horse Ranch all over again. And I completely agree. I'm not gonna lie, I do like growing together, but I understand why people hate it, because some of the features should have been with base game, because the base game is lacking heavily when it comes to just like family gameplay. But I agree with this comment. Like, they're stretching content. We have another comment here by Mother Mochi. She says, I feel like they have abandoned the concept of pack refreshes. Maybe they didn't see the numbers they're expecting for spot A. Imagine if they did a refresh for apartment living, ability to build apartments, etc., utilize expansion to roll out hotels. It would be similar functionality but completely different gameplay. They could still include the market vendor stuff, but in a completely different context that would make more sense and feel fresh. I think you can stay at a resort or hotel. In the hotel, the gossip, the mold, etc. can be used. It seems like they could have done both. Okay, so this is a really good comment. I assumed like initially there was going to be like, you could do apartments, buildings, like houses, townhouses, whatever, and then there'll be like the hotel side of it also. But apparently it's not really focusing on hotels, and that is so upsetting to me, because now we have to wait for my first hotel room pack, and it's like, no, like I don't want that. I have another comment here by Only Leo. They said, I'm surprised this pack is getting pretty positive reception, because what I'm seeing so far is crazy to me. Everything they showed could have easily went into another pack, and the fact that they're using the night market as a selling point when it's going to be those food stalls, let me know that this pack isn't going to be shit. They're really blowing my mind calling this junk an expansion. God damn, spicy. Why are you so spicy? I agree, man. I said it in the previous video. I'm holding my tongue because I don't want to judge the pack without seeing more gameplay. But the whole night market stuff has been done before with City Living. I said it in the previous video, the Spice Festival and like the flea market stuff has been done before. Now, don't get me wrong, I understand that this is focusing on Southeast Asian culture. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I know like Indonesia is a country in Asia, and I know like there's a lot of like food places you can go to, like they're like vendors. So I get that like this concept makes sense for a pack like this because it's focusing on Southeast Asian culture. Like, I get that, but it's been done before, so it's like I feel like they have to kind of step it up a little bit and make it different. We have another comment here by Dreaded Shinobi. He said these new packs feel like pack refreshes we never got. Facts, bro. Complete facts. I feel like a lot of these packs are like refreshes. I seen a comment of people saying that they're basically rebranding The Sims 4, and that's why they're basically making upgraded versions of like older packs. I've seen a lot of comments of people saying Life by You and Paralyzed got them shook, and this is them like trying to compete with like Life by You and Paralyzed. Like, those are obviously next gen Sims games, and like The Sims 4 came out in like what, 2013, 2014, so like it's definitely a little bit outdated. This is obviously them trying to stay relevant and keep up with the competition. So there's a lot of just different like, you know, theories on why you know, all this is happening, but I agree, man, these do feel like pack refreshes. It's weird. Shout out to West Anime Sims, another content creator. Please go subscribe to him, guys. He makes really cool Sims 2 content. He says, as a Malaysian simmer, I too find it pretty fascinating to see Southeast Asian culture included in the pack. Aside from Thailand, there are elements of Malaysia, Indonesia, Philippines, and a little bit of Vietnam going on. However, this feels like this feels like City Living Asian edition. I do like some of the items they offer, but still its core reminds me of City Living. Again, shout out to US Anime Sims. Multiple people have been saying this, that it feels like a City Living clone. This is part 2. This is a refresh. It's there. It feels like it. But yeah, that is all the information for today. If you guys made it to the end of this video, I appreciate you. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been your boy Superior Simmer. Stay cool, stay awesome, stay simming, and have a good day.